podcast in the new
Happy
year. Welcome
2025.
back. Happy 2025. It's been you know, we're gonna have an episode posted before this of the new year, and that one we don't say Happy
Mhm.
New Year. But this one, Happy New Year to all the listeners and viewers. Um, yeah, we took a little bit of a break from posting and recording and such. It was, Christmas, then New Year's, and you know, it was lots of family time and travel time. So it was like, well, we didn't really record anything ahead of time, and that's okay. We'll just take our time with family and vacation,
Yep.
whatever, and we'll get
It's
around to
okay to
some
take a little
new
break every
episodes
once in
come
a
the new
while,
year. So here we are. Yeah, we're
Right.
not trying to knock ourselves out
Yet.
podcasting all the time. It's not our full-time gig. But hey, get enough listeners. Get enough listeners.
Who
That's
are
up to you guys,
just probably our
listeners and
parents right
viewers.
now. I maybe I
Yeah.
think my dad
Hi, Mom. Hi,
listens.
Dad.
My dad, my mom, I don't know.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, so new year, we're gonna not anything really is gonna change. I do have something in the works.
Oh,
I haven't really told Brooks. Got something in the works. It's well, I guess
what's
you'll find out, but it's
baloney?
unfortunately not gonna really include you. Maybe it'll include you. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, something that will come out weekly, but uh, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Little teaser. So stay tuned for later episodes where we may
Mm.
have 3 episode weeks, and if not, it'll be for sure 2 episode weeks. Just because this I'm
Oh,
a little bit deeper on the teaser. It's gonna be kind of like a
all
series.
right.
Yeah. So we'll get to it. But for now, yeah, not much is gonna change. We're just gonna keep being us, do our thing, and eventually, we're gonna try to make some improvements to the podcast, maybe some video
Good.
quality, some audio quality, things like that. Still on the lookout. I've been
Oh,
scouring, I don't know, searching really hard for some microphones, podcast specific
mhm.
microphones, and also like webcams to do it off of my computer instead of off my phone. Um, the video quality is pretty good, but there's webcams that do better, and it would be a little bit easier if it was ran through the computer on my end. And then also the audio, being able to hook up a microphone
Yep.
to a computer is a little bit
Agreed.
easier than hooking it up to the phone for podcasting, at least. So, um, those are a couple things that, this year, I guess if we are going to have New Year's resolutions for the podcast, it's going to be up the quality a little bit, especially
Ooh,
from
we should
my
both
end
give
on
our New
video and
Year's
audio
resolution since
quality.
this is
So,
a New Year's podcast.
New Year's resolution, Brooks, do you have
Or
I guess,
we
do you
should
have
do
a
hunting
podcast resolution and do you
or
have a regular New
podcasts.
Year's
Hunting
resolution?
resolution.
Ooh,
Yeah. All right.
okay.
Do it.
Hey, now we're
Is
talking.
this gonna be a
All right.
segment? Well, I guess not.
Let's we'll we'll make it we'll make it a segment here at the tail end. We'll kind of give our holiday highlights of
Mhm.
what we were up to, whether it was exciting or not exciting. We'll do a quick breakdown on that, and then
The
it'll give us time to think on what our
works
hunting
for me.
resolutions are going to be. I do have one in mind already. I told my wife
Sweet.
uh, I, I have a pretty good one for next year. That so no. What did Brooksy do between, I guess, leading up to Christmas and then all the way up to now,
This
just
is
a
the
little bit after
fourth.
the new year. Today's the 4th
7:35
of
p.m. Mountain Time.
January that we're recording. So
8:35 p.m. Central.
there you go. So what was Brooksy up to
Well,
right before
um,
Christmas and up
honestly, it's
till
been a
now
kind of
after the
stressful
new year?
but relaxing couple weeks. Um, between mostly because I'm trying to find a truck right now,
Yeah.
and for some reason, it's it's all fun and games when you're just looking for a truck for fun when you don't need something. But but when you
Yeah. When you
actually
got
need to
one, it's
buy
like,
a
oh, maybe
vehicle,
an upgrade.
well, all the vehicles just suddenly go away. So it's been low key. It's been pretty stressful for me trying to find
Yeah.
something, especially local. But I think I found something. I'll just leave it there. We'll see. Nothing's for
Yeah.
sure yet, but we'll see. But doing that, obviously Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah.
Went to see my grandparents in Nebraska. Um, gonna get my got a call that my bow is ready to go, so I think I'll go get that ready tomorrow. I had to take it into the shop to
Ho
get new
ho
strings
ho.
and new mods because when I got it,
Nice.
I brought it in and they're like, "You should probably get some new strings for
Yep.
this." And I was like, "Yeah, probably good call." So I did. Um, so yeah, those are in and new mods are in, so I'll get
Yeah.
that all squared away tomorrow. And
Yeah. Because
yep, they did.
it came at
So
a
yeah, I
shorter
need
draw
the
length than yours,
number
right?
two mod. I think that's the right
Yeah.
term for it
Cool.
for Hoyt. So, which is I think for the VTM 34 is
Not a Hoey guy.
I think I want to say it's 29 to 31. So I'm a 30. So yep,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So
So
a little bit longer.
so yep, I'm excited for that.
Nice.
I'm trying to think what else did I do. That's about it.
Did you get
Oh, I
any
got this.
did you get any
I
exciting
got this
Christmas
nice
gifts?
Born Primitive jacket.
Especially hunting
Very
related?
nice. It's very fancy, very
Ooh,
warm. Um,
fancy,
what
fancy.
else did I get? Towels. No, that was from
Oh, good.
my dad and my stepmom. They just got us towels because of our new place. Hell yeah.
Hey,
Trying to think if I got
it's little
anything
things,
else.
necessities.
Yeah,
No
I
new
got a bow.
guns, no new. Well, you already got yourself a bow, so you didn't get a new bow.
That's okay. I gotta
I did not gift
order
you
mine
arrows.
still. So,
Sorry, no arrows for you.
oh, I will be going to a 250 spine. Yep. So when I was at the bow
Yes.
shop about
Yep.
3 weeks ago
It's
to
time.
bring in my bow to obviously try to set it up, then when they're like, "Hey, you should probably get new strings." So, anyways, they're like, "Oh, what's the arrow?" I showed them the arrow, and they're like, "You want it at 70 pounds?" I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You need to be shooting the 250." So I text Justin, and I'm like, "Hey, is this right?" They said I need to shoot a 250 spine, and he goes, "Actually, yeah, that's pretty spot on." He goes, I'm glad we all can all agree with that."
Yeah.
So I'll be doing that now.
Yeah.
Stiffer spine. So
Yep. Good. Little rewind on the spine, um, not debacle, but situation of why you are going to 250. And well, they're 300.
yes.
Your current arrows are 300 spine. I'm pretty sure. So those they according to Victory, those are like right at the peak
Mhm.
end. It was either like it was kind of borderline between 250 and 300 spine for Brooks on his draw length and draw weight. However, that was based on the thought that Brooks's bow was at
Uh-huh.
70 pounds before. And then come to find out on his old bow, come to find out that bow actually did not ever reach 70 pounds. Yeah. And so I think we covered that they sent when they replaced the one bow with a new
Yeah, they
bow,
sent
they
me
sent
the
lighter
45 to
and it was just
60
like a
pound
whole
option,
mess. It
not
was
the
a and
55 to
so
70 pound. And I didn't realize that, and that's on me because I trusted the guys at
yeah. So
Cabela's. No offense to you guys at Cabela's, but I should have brought it to a actual pro shop.
right.
So,
Yeah. So the 300 spine actually for that setup now would actually be over could possibly be considered
uh-huh.
overspined, like too stiff of a spine. And so, you know, e- on the side it was like, hey, I went shooting and I'm kind of all over the place and not super locked in on accuracy, this and that. And I'm like, what is going on? And so now it's all like really adding up. It's like
Yep.
the draw weight wasn't right. The spine isn't right because of the draw weight wasn't right. And the sight's off and this and that. And so it's just like, okay,
Yep.
we're getting a fresh start on new bow,
Hmm.
new sight, new strings, new arrows, and it's all gonna be new. Like
I'm gonna
everything's
be
brand new and
dominating
gonna be in a
3D
good
this year. I
situation.
cannot
So
wait.
for Brooks, that's gonna be awesome.
And I'm gonna get an elk. Hmm. And a deer,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh yeah. That's the goal. That's the goal. So,
Uh,
all right, back to Christmas. Any other Christmas gifts? Exciting ones.
my brother
Not so
got me a
exciting ones.
cool little jacket.
Story
That was
worthy.
nice.
No.
Yeah. Especially here in Colorado. Um,
We like cool jackets.
trying to think what else did I get? Uh, and those of you, sorry if I'm being slow. I have, I'm, the more I think about it, the more I think I got a concussion from my accident, and it's made me forget the simple things here and there. Like, takes me a little bit longer to
Yep.
remember. And so I think I
Yeah.
actually did got get a concussion. So yeah, sorry if I'm a little slow. Yeah, I wasn't that quick before, but you
As
know.
if you were fast before, huh, Brooks?
Oh man. Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, that's why we love you.
But I think that's it. There's just a couple of just small things like gift cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Chelsea got me a $50 Cabela's gift card to get gloves, so I'll get some gloves. We stopped at the Sydney, or sorry, stopped at the Cabela's in
Oh yeah.
Sydney, Nebraska, the original, and sad because that
Mm.
place used to be pretty sick, and that was headquarters. In case everyone doesn't know, uh, Cabela's was created in Sydney, Nebraska, and that's where the headquarters were until Bass Pro bought them out, and I think it was 2017. In case some, I feel like most guys
Yep.
know that, but hey, you never know. Um, and funny story, my grandpa actually grew up with the original owners, the Cabela, actually like brothers. So
Dang.
yeah, so my grandpa was from Sydney. He grew up in Sydney, Nebraska.
That's cool.
So yep, kind of funny. He was telling me that this
Mm.
last weekend when we were up visiting him, and I
Right
was
on.
just listening to all his stories because he loves storytelling and I love listening. And yeah, he was just telling me every little thing because there's some things I like I
Yeah.
had didn't really know about my grandpa, and I'm like, what about this? What about that? What about this? And he would just tell me, and he just and it's pretty. He's like, yeah, I grew up
Right.
with the Cabela brothers. I was like, no
Yeah.
way. So yeah, yep,
Nice. Yeah, I feel like the storytelling thing is like a coming of age thing. It's like they want to hold back
yep,
until you're old enough to remember all the stories and also to understand all the stories. So it's not just like,
uh-huh,
hey, this thing happened and blah blah blah, whatever. And then, when we're
right,
18, we hear that story and we were like, okay, cool, whatever. But now, we're 28 and
yep.
oh shit, that means that and that means that. And like you can add pieces together and it like all makes sense. So it's like sometimes it's like, well, why didn't you tell me sooner? It's like, okay, think about your mindset when you're 18 versus now when you're 28.
Uh-huh.
And so, to the young listeners, if you feel left out on some
Yeah,
things, it's
it was
okay.
pretty cool hearing his stories, and I mean, he's 85 now, and so
But
he's not getting any younger. So
yeah,
yep,
yeah.
yep,
No, it's cool to get those stories for sure.
yeah,
So nice. Yeah, so
yep.
I guess I'll take my turn on sharing Christmas. So Christmas, Caitlin and I and the
Mhm.
dogs, we road tripped back to Kansas City area
Uh-huh.
to visit Caitlin's mom and brother. And so, oh, yeah, all them that were over there. And so we had to, this is a little side story. So after Thanksgiving, we find out from our house sitter slash dog sitter,
Oh shit.
we had worms in the dog food. In the dog food container. So, okay, this is all an elaborate story. I know. Just hang with me. So we have to switch food. We figure out, okay, we want this type of food. It's great, yada yada. It's good for sporting dogs and good for the
Mhm.
golden doodle. So, chocolate lab and a golden doodle, good food for both of them. Let's go find it. So then on their website, it's like find our
Right.
dealers, and all these places are
Hmm.
scattered across Nashville. And it's like, okay, there's like five of them. So go, and I'm off of work because I had taken PTO for that day, and because we came back a day earlier than than I had initially planned. So it's like, okay, got a day off.
Yep.
Hey, let's take the dogs out. Like, whatever, we'll go find food and little road trip. Well, little buddy Samson, he didn't really love riding in the car. Our road trip when we moved out here was like 16, 17, whatever hours of him standing in the car or whatever vehicle shaking. And so we've been fighting it for like 2 years, trying to figure out how to get him to relax. Well, finally, after like my third stop, second or third stop, looking for food, and I'm out way longer than I had planned. I'm tired of him standing in the back and he's panting and just
Yeah.
like having not an anxiety attack, but you can tell he's not comfortable. I'm like, okay, come up to the front seat. So I bring up both dogs to the front seat. Virgo takes the passenger seat. My middle console sits up, and I put him in the middle seat. Immediately lays down and lays on me. I'm
Right.
like, this is the first time you've laid down
Yeah.
like willingly in 2 years in a vehicle. Okay, that's great. Let's drive around. Let's go. So finally end up finding the spot which is where we had been buying food before, but we were trying to mix it up
Hmm.
because whatever. We were
Yep.
trying to find somewhere closer to home that had the dog food. Well, we end up back where we'd been buying it at Tractor Supply. So then it's like by the time I actually get there, we've been out for like 2 or 3 hours driving around. It's like, oh my gosh, what a hectic debacle this turned into. So then it's a 30-minute drive back, and he lays down and is chill the whole time back. And so I get back and I tell Caitlin, he laid down and he was comfortable and he loved it. Like, he was great. We might need to think about taking the truck to Kansas. It
Worth
gets like
it.
10 less miles to the gallon compared to her vehicle. And so it's like, well, comfortable dogs, more room if we get for some reason a lot of gifts, or we want to, Caitlin still has stuff at her mom's house. Maybe
Hmm.
she wants to pawn it off on us. It's like, okay, I guess we can take some of it if we need to. So okay, we can take the truck. And it was mostly like
Hmm.
90% of that decision was because Samson is comfortable in
Huh.
the truck and not comfortable in the other car. So we road trip in the truck,
Is
and
your
90%
truck
of the
cab, is
reason
it
was
the
because of the
shorter
dog.
cab or the
So
bigger?
whatever.
It's the crew cab. Okay.
It's a crew cab. Yeah. So my truck is like the most
Hmm.
basic package. So it doesn't have any like fancy console.
Hmm.
Electronics for the radio is like as simple as they
Yeah.
get. I don't even think they make like CD players anymore for vehicles. And so maybe it
Hmm.
does. I don't know. But it's like the most simple package on a Ram 2018, whatever. So um anyways, yeah. So he got to ride in the middle seat the whole way there and almost the whole way back. We finally put him in the back and he laid down on his own and was like, "Woo, hallelujah." He's comfortable. And then like an hour
Yeah.
later he stood up and started doing his panting thing. So it's like, "Okay, come back to the front seat." So, anyways, we went out to Kansas, saw her family. It was awesome. Um no crazy awesome gifts. We got some
Nice.
seasonings from Meat Church. We're like all about Meat Church right now. So
Hmm.
he pretty much
Hmm.
smokes all of his meals and posts them
Nice.
on YouTube and all that. And
There
so
you go.
we're doing like a bunch of Meat Church meals coming up. Um yeah, so that was that. Then we just did a gift exchange with like my side of the family, and it was like you draw names or whatever, and do a gift exchange. You
Hmm.
just get one person, you just buy gifts for them, and somebody else has you and whatever. So, um, my parents broke the rules.
Uh-huh.
Well, my dad, I think it was more my dad. Dad broke the rules, but he got gifts for everybody, and we can
Nice.
see one of said gifts. So that is one thing that maybe we're going to try to figure out how to get some of this action distributed and maybe for sale.
Yes, yes,
Brooks
yes.
Brooks is due for a Christmas
Yeah.
gift. There's
I
a few
like this
options,
hat,
so
but I
I'm going to
like
start
that hat.
showcasing them on the podcast. But
Hmm.
yeah, a little
Ooh,
full
so
Fletch
I
archery
like that
action.
one a
So
lot.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like them.
It's a good style.
Yeah, I like this style 7 panel whatever. So anyways, so that's that. We got hats, and then the girls got sweatshirts, like hoodies. Carhartt
Nice.
hoodies, and then the guys got a Carhartt vest, and they all are embroidered on the chest with the logo and
Mhm.
like it says full Fletch archery and then it has the logo. So really cool. They're gonna come out in February, like right after my dad's birthday slash. So it's
Mhm.
for his birthday slash for the NWTF, National Wild Turkey Federation convention.
Oh,
They have it
nice.
at the Gaylord here in Nashville every year, and so super fun. It's
Mhm.
something all of us would enjoy. So it's like, hey, it's your
Mhm.
birthday. It's NWTF. It makes sense. Let's do it. So they were either going to come out like between Christmas and New Year's or some other time. It was
Nice.
like that date works. So let's do that.
Yes.
So we're gonna all be rocking
Very
full Fletch
nice.
archery gear, walking around Gaylord. So that was probably one of the more exciting gifts of Christmas. And then yeah, then we drove back and we didn't do shit for New Year's. It was New Year's Eve. We went out to eat with Tanner, his girlfriend, and Bryant. Another shout out to Bryant. So add that to the tally. We're starting to kind of make a little tally of like, hey, you got mentioned in the podcast, so you're starting to gain a little
Nice.
ground with us. But so, anyways, Bryant and his wife. So us three couples went out and um, we were gonna have
That's weird.
Mexican, but then Mexican
Oh.
place ended up closing at 6 p.m. for some reason. Nobody understood why on New Year's Eve. I guess some places did that, but whatever. Wasn't anticipating
Mhm.
that, so then we ended up in another place, Jonathan's Grill. So pretty cool. Good little. We sat down and we got to know all the couples, some
Nice.
details nobody shared, and so it was cool to get to know each other a little bit better. So that was fun. And then we were in bed by like 9 o'clock, and I had work the next morning, and so we did not see the new year at midnight, but
Yep. It is.
that's part of growing up, I think. Becoming an adult, it's not really worth staying up till
Yeah,
midnight,
for real.
especially when you have work at 5 in the morning the next morning.
Yeah,
So
nice. Yeah, we
yeah, so
watched a movie
that was
and it
holidays
hit
for us.
midnight. I was like, okay, time for bed.
New Year's kiss. Mwah, let's go to bed. Yeah. Let's see. I between Christmas and New Year's, I didn't get any hunts in. So there's no hunt highlights from that. Tanner, Bryant, and I went hunting New Year's Day. We ended up with one bufflehead hen. I had never shot a bufflehead before. I shot it. So there's a whole story to it. Not a whole story. We walked around and we were looking for where birds might hang out because where we were at, it was just like, it's not worth
Yeah.
it. It's not a great spot. Maybe we can find a different spot. Oh, hey, there's water over here that we weren't expecting because the pool's way down. So some of it you think is dry, but
Uh-huh.
it actually has water. So it's like, oh wow, that's a pleasant surprise. There's water over here. Well, we get over there and there's this duck like swimming. It's like, why is that duck not flying away? All the other birds have flown away. Okay, it must be crippled somehow. So Tanner goes. He tries to water swat it, misses. I don't know if he misses or he just didn't get it good enough on the first one. And then it takes off and ends up missing on three shots. Then Bryant gets a shot at a water swat, and then it flies away. And he's only got two shots in his gun, so he missed both shots. And so finally, it comes down to me. It's like, okay, you each took your turn. Now it's my turn. So I had a little bit of help on my turn because Bryant went around and flushed it, and it like came right at me, and so I had like a layup of a shot, and so whack knocked it down. This
Yep.
whole time I thought it was a Drake blue wing teal because the color and everything, and I'd never seen buffleheads up close, and so I was like, okay, cool. I think I just got a Drake blue wing. That's awesome. Well,
Right.
because they're almost the same size, bufflehead and teal, which I again didn't realize. And I get it. I'm like, this doesn't look like a Drake blue wing. Like I pull out the wing, and it's like when you pull out the wings, you can literally see like the colors, and the wing will tell you more than anything. And so I pull it out. Either this is a adolescent, like it hasn't reached full plumage and
Yeah.
doesn't have its colors, or it's like a hybrid, or I don't know what this is. And then I go to Ducks Unlimited, and I'm like, holy cow! Like how this
Yeah.
is. Hopefully this isn't bad. Like hopefully I didn't shoot a bird I wasn't supposed to. Like I could have sworn it was Drake Blueing, but it's not. And then I finally find it, and it's a hen bufflehead. I'm like, okay, cool. What like we're legal, it's fine. But yeah, so we ended up with that bird, which wasn't even like a uh, I forget the word. It wasn't like a
Yeah.
typical way of getting it, a conventional way of getting a bird. But we ended up with one. Then Tanner and Bryant went out this morning. I went deer hunting this morning. Season closes tomorrow
Bad.
for deer, so I was trying to go as much as I could. Yeah, sad. So I might try to go out deer hunting tomorrow
Nice.
afternoon. We're gonna go hunt ducks, all three of us together tomorrow morning. Um, that's the plan for that. But
Mm.
they had birds fly this morning. They just didn't get any to come in close to the deeks. So we have this whole elaborate plan. I took a piece of paper and I like mapped out how I want like the blind and the water and the like with the wind direction and what I want the decoys to
Mm.
look like. And I was like, this is how it's gonna look. It's gonna be beautiful. And it's not gonna work, I promise you. But
So I need Plan
it's
B.
great to have a plan just for it to go to shit. So, yeah, plan B is okay, just throw
Mm.
the decoys wherever, hope something lands in your spread or comes close. That's
Well,
the
I
only
hope
other
it goes
hope.
well for you guys tomorrow.
So, yeah, thanks. Me too. Because Bryant has gotten one bird. Tanner's gotten a couple over the last couple years, but we haven't had like a big
Uh-huh.
number of birds down
Yeah.
in a duck hunt since we've been in Tennessee. Like we haven't had more than like
Uh-huh.
two. So we're trying to, maybe we can each get one.
That would be
That'd be
fun.
fun to have three. Or we each get a couple. That'd be really fun. So fingers crossed. We have a big cold front coming in. We covered the greens at work, so we're closed for tomorrow and Monday for sure. It might get cold enough where we have to go back and double cover. So to be determined on that, but for now, the course is closed. We might get some hours at work, but I might get a few
Heck yeah.
extra mornings of hunting in for
When does
some
duck
duckies.
season?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But if it's too
Okay, it's
cold, I'm
coming up.
just it ends the 31st. Yeah, so we get, you know, the rest of the month.
Sweet.
We got 20 some days, 27 days. So, yeah,
Right.
good amount of time. It's just don't know how great it's going to be. We'll see. We'll see. So, um yeah, Tanner has some news to share with the listeners. Brooks
Oh,
already knows, so I'm not going to spoil it. He got something super awesome, super great. Yeah, so
pretty cool.
we'll we'll wait until Tanner's on again to
He
share. And
never makes
if he
another
never makes
appearance.
another appearance, then I'll
Is he
eventually tell you
alive?
guys. But
We will tell you guys
dun
later.
dun dun, stay tuned. Find out
Is
next
alive or
episode
not?
whether Tanner.
Just kidding, he is. But
Oh boy.
he's alive.
Yes, he is. Spoiler alert, he's alive for now. For now. So, um no, let's circle back to the thought we had towards the beginning there. New Year's resolution for the hunting life
New
of
Year's
Brooks Benson. What
resolution
is
is to
the New Year's
get
resolution for
a
him?
lot better at bow hunting every single day. that's that's my hunting resolution.
What's your
Chelsea
first
is
step
staring at me
of
right
doing
now.
of accomplishing
I'm
this?
scared.
Uh-oh.
Can't think of any other
You're
resolution
gonna
you need
get
to
your ass
do.
beat.
This is just hunting resolution episodes. It's
No,
okay. It's okay.
this is just the hunting resolution. He
Yep.
I told him what his other
Yep.
resolution
Mm-hmm.
needs to
So,
be.
but yeah,
We're on the same page.
practice shooting a bow. Try to at least every single day, try to get my backyard set up, up and going. So that'll be good. It's only like 18
Mm,
to 20. I
that'll be
think
fun.
it's 20
Yep.
or 15. Bless you. It's like 15 to 20 yards. I gotta measure it again, but I don't care. For me, it's more about practicing my draw cycle,
Yeah.
trying to uh,
Yeah.
execute. Yeah, try not to get
Shot execution, things like that.
right,
Not necessarily accuracy all the time,
right.
just
And even if
having
I
good,
can't get
consistent
outside, I'll set up like I've
follow
been
through.
doing
And
down here in the basement. I'll just shoot into my target down here. So, and I'll just really try to worry about figure out my draw cycle and
Yeah.
everything like that. So try to get as consistent as possible so I don't once I
Yeah.
get out to 3D and hunting that I don't have to think about it. So yep. And then
Yeah.
another one is
Yeah, that'll be
learn out
exciting. So
calling
that's
for
good.
sure. Um, I'm getting better at it. I
Oh
finally
yeah.
got noise out of the diaphragms, but working on it. And then um,
That's good.
just try not to lose a bunch of arrows at these 3D shoots. That's the goal. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
that's it for
That's a good
me.
one. That's a
I
good
guess it's
one.
not really a resolution. It's more of a I
Nice.
want to do is just go duck
Yeah.
hunting later this year. I will do spring turkey here in Colorado. That'll be fun.
Ooh.
Archery.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you gonna do archery? Nice. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yeah, I think so Bryant, it sounds like, is a little bit more well versed in the turkey hunting world. And so it'll be nice to hopefully get a little bit of like some pointers because
Mm-hmm.
that's one that I'm very unfamiliar with. I have two decoys, a hen and a jake. I have the decoys because like 3, 4 years ago, I bought them for, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
turkey. I've seen people use decoys for turkey hunting, so I bought them. They're cheap, and I was like, cool. And, and then I got some like
Yeah.
diaphragm turkey calls, and it's like, I think maybe I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. I don't. I 100% do not know what I'm doing with turkey hunting. So hopefully Bryant can maybe be like, hey, maybe try not doing what you've been doing and try something that would actually work. Yeah, hey, all
Nice.
right, we'll try that. So, um, anyways, I'll be doing archery. Tanner may
Cool.
go shotgun. It sounds like Bryant will use shotgun. So, anyways, yeah,
What are
that's
your
spring
hunting
turkey coming up
resolutions?
later. But hunting resolutions. So this year, or I guess next year's deer season, because we still have one more day of this year's deer season. 2025, 2026 deer season. My resolution is to have
Oh,
at least
nice.
one full day sit during the rut for deer. So I didn't get, well, I chose not to. I had the opportunity plenty of times, but I chose not to do any full day sits during the rut this year. Either I had work in the morning or, and that those are times where I couldn't do a full day sit, like on a weekend. But either I had work or I was just tired from work and wanted to sleep in, get some extra rest or whatever. And so I'm gonna try to like
Mhm.
pace myself with work life balance and work hunting balance and be able to
Yeah.
do a full day sit. Not that it's like an endurance thing of like, oh, can I do a full day sit? Yes, I can do a full day sit. It's more of I want to take the time and set at least one day out for this is my full day sit day and let's see what happens. Because there were so many times where my camera would go off midday and I wouldn't be able to get in there till like the afternoon. And so it's like, oh, I'm sure
Right.
midday is like when the activity is happening and I'm just not out there. So, and then when I would go, I would try to do like a most of the day sit, but it's like
Mhm.
I was just either I was always too late, I felt like. So full day sit, that's at least one of them during the rut. That's one resolution that I would like to make. Um, I don't know. Maybe find another tactic aside from doing the mobile setup and tree saddle.
A spot
Maybe
stock.
be a little bit better at hunting on the ground sometimes. Not necessarily using a ground blind, but yeah, try to maybe do a spot and stalk on a
Be hard.
whitetail. It'll be interesting in the woods that we
Right.
hunt, just because like it is so loud to walk through them.
Yeah.
It will be very difficult to do a true spot and stalk. So we'll see. No, I mean, I think that's it, I think, for the hunting. I feel like I did a really good job this year about or like leading into this season about my practice and like I was like lasered in on shooting. And so my misses and poor shots weren't because of lack of practice. It was just poor, I guess, circumstances more than anything. Not trying to make like light of missing or
Hmm.
having not great hits, but those things happen. And I'm happy that they weren't because
Yeah.
I didn't practice enough of like making shots. So it'll be good to keep that up. I think whether you
Right.
can call that a resolution or not is up to the interpreter. But yeah, I think I practiced a lot.
Hmm.
I guess another resolution is scout even harder than I did this year. We went out a couple times pretty hard and did like a full day scout, but it would be nice to go and, now that like Caitlin
Yeah.
is kind of in on at least going on a little hike with me, I guess you could call it, and a little bit of hunting and just kind of checking things out, like getting her to go with me. So then it's not like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going scouting again. See ya in a few hours. Like now she's like, okay, it's like not the worst thing, and
Yeah.
you get to kind of walk around. And
Good.
the worst part is ticks, so we'll have to do something about ticks with her. With
Mm.
she doesn't like that I got bit by so many ticks this year. Like I found so many on me that I got them all out and not a there was no issues, but it's like yeah, we got to do something about the ticks. But
Nice.
get her to go out with me and we can scout a lot more because I think it made a pretty big
Yeah.
difference this year and where I was able or where I chose to go. Um, and where I chose not to go, I think is as important because I scouted
Hmm.
the area or areas that I hunted the most last year, and obviously I didn't get anything last year, so it was like, okay, where are they at this year? And it's like, well,
Hmm.
they're kind of there, but they're not where you've been sitting. So it told me I needed to move, and then I was fortunate. The places that I didn't scout preseason, I ended up finding like right before the
Right.
rut or right at the rut, and it's like Bazinga, this is the spot. I need to scout this
Hmm.
in the like summer next year, spring and summer next year. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good to get maybe a certain tree or certain little
Nice.
area kind of locked down on this is where I want to be. Granted, it's public
Yep.
land, and
Yeah.
you never know who's going to beat you to a spot and things like that. But it's good to have a couple backup
Yeah, just
plans
in
as
case
well.
you get
But
to
having
do
a,
a
a really
spot
solid
that
plan
you're
in
wanting to
place
be in,
can always help.
and nice freaking Joe Schmo's out there actually getting pissed off that you're in his spot,
Yeah,
and you're like, whatever, dude, I'll just go to another spot. It's not that big of a deal.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't gotten too mad about other hunters coming through because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm very
Yeah.
understanding of it being public land. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing that irks me, and it happened today, freaking gun hunters, guys walking around Elmer Fudd, and this guy, you could tell more than likely he hadn't gotten a deer all year
Yep.
and was out there with a gun trying to find a deer to kill. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit.
Uh-huh.
He was not lost, but he didn't know where to go. So this is probably his first time in this section or this like area, this part of the lake, and he was just you could tell he was on Onyx looking for what direction should I go? And he got to like 40 yards before finally I was like he's about to just sit down. He thinks he's in a good spot, which he was because I felt like I mean I'm in my spot that I've seen a bunch of deer. He came in from like I
Yep.
guess there's an A spot and a B spot that the deer come down. He came down the B spot, and it's like okay, so that eliminates that because they either would have pushed from him or not been there at all, and so they're not coming that way. And then he was about to set and just like sit in front of this tree and just see what happens. And finally, he was like, "Oh, I better stop him before he like gets comfortable." So I wave him down. And he's like, "Oh, sorry," and he goes. Well, then he walks straight through a spot. And it's like, okay, he just walked and would have blown out on one, and then he just walked through and probably blew out the other. So my morning's done. I got to go to work anyways. Let's get
Yep.
down and let's go. So that's my only thing is like with gun hunters walking through just like even if they know where they're going, like it's starting to drive me nuts that they just
Yeah.
walk through the woods looking for something to shoot at. I get it. There's different
You
styles, but it's
think you
like,
would,
come on, man. Really?
right?
Like
You
there's
think you'd
other
try to
hunters
like
out
look
here that
up,
are trying to
you
like,
know?
yeah, and people who, well, during gun season, I can
Yeah.
understand that people would be like, why the hell is this archery guy sitting up in a tree? It's gun season.
Uh.
Use a gun. Well, buddy, I don't want to.
Yep. My coworkers
Yeah,
are
I want to sit in my
telling me the
tree
same
and
thing. They're
shoot it with a
like,
stick.
"You just use a gun. That way you can just get on the board." I was like, "No, because I hate my life. I want to make it hard for some reason."
I want to
Like
punish
they're like,
myself
it's
every
just
time
easier
I
with a
try to
gun.
hunt.
I'm like, I know, and I don't care. Yep.
The reward is so great, and I'm so excited for your first
It's gonna be
harvest
sick.
and your
Yeah.
first kill with a bow. I'm
Mm,
really excited for that because the feeling is unlike any other. Like even Tanner, like he'll still talk about it a little bit and he'll be like, dude, like it is just different, and it's like you kind of want to chase it, that feeling even more of like,
yeah.
holy shit, this thing is like not even 20 yards from me, and I'm
Hmm.
moving and it's moving, and then I'm killing it. And it's like,
Yeah.
whoa, it's way different than a rifle. It's fun. So
Yes.
hopefully it happens for Brooks this year. New Year's resolution, get Brooks a
Gerald,
kill.
I need your help, buddy.
I've been holding Gerald this whole time. Here's
Oh yeah.
I forgot that I don't have anything to put him behind me with. So I've been holding him and I forgot to Gerald made his appearance. So there he is.
Gerald.
So he's
Chance
just
has been
been
hanging out. Huh, buddy?
hanging out this whole
Hey,
time.
come here. Hey, Chance. He's like, I don't want to. Hey, come here. Come say
Oh,
hi.
Chansey.
Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. Come say hi. Come
Camera
on.
shy.
Come on. Up. Here, come on up, buddy. Here he is. Say, say, say hello, Chance. I know. Yeah, buddy.
There
Huh.
he is.
He's like, I don't want to be in
Good
front of the
boy.
camera.
There he is.
Oh, yeah, huh, buddy? You a good boy. Yeah, you are.
He's a good boy.
He's been hanging out next to me this whole time. Uh-huh.
Good boy. Well, Brooks,
Should be. I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun
2025
year.
should
We got
be
a lot of
exciting
things
times.
planned. Gonna try to get Justin out here to Western Hunt Fest. Um, oh, I got a cramp. Holy crap! Cramp. We're good. Hamstring.
Oh no.
But yeah,
Oh
we're
no.
gonna try to get Justin. Tanner already said he can't come because he's going to a wedding or something. Which is fine. I get it. Um,
Right.
so it is June. It's not 3 days. It's 2 days. They miss wrote that. Let me get the actual date real quick. Oops. And then I'm gonna go out and do TAC with Tanner and Justin out in Tennessee. It's gonna be fun. Um,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
June 7th and 8th at the NRA Whittingham Center in
June
Raton,
7th
New
and 8th.
Mexico, which, if you have not been, is one of the coolest places you'll ever go to. So you're gonna
I haven't
like
been there.
go in. You're gonna get to the entrance. You're gonna be like,
Have to check it out.
whoa! Like the entrance is pretty cool, and then once you get beyond the entrance, you're
What?
like, holy crap! This place is freaking sweet. Like they got a bunch of camp spots you could put your camper
Yeah.
on. They have cabins. Like everything you can think of. So many different gun ranges there. They have an arch. They got their 3D archery course. That dude, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot the dates. I need to look it up when I look. We've got like my work schedule calendar up on the fridge, and so I need to double check my my
Yep.
weekend
Yeah, if you
schedule.
can.
Try to work around that if I can.
Oh,
Summers are
yeah.
tough because they don't want us to take days off. But if I can leave, like if I can fly out like a Friday after work and then
Yep.
get there and do a Saturday and fly back Sunday, it can work. But yeah, summers are tough because it's our busiest time of year, and
Oh
I'm now
no.
the only irrigation guy at work. So if something goes wrong,
Right.
I mean, it's not like it wouldn't get fixed, but it would be less bueno if I wasn't there. So, anyways, yeah, Brooks out here in May in Tennessee. It's only like an hour or so from Nashville, like where Tanner and I, like an hour or so from our houses. So we're not like directly downtown Nashville, but it's like about an hour from where we're at. And then, yeah, it's Brooks's birthday gift to me is him coming to visit.
It's the weekend before
So
my
it's the
birthday.
weekend after my birthday. So that's Brooks's gift to me.
Both.
That's
Bir-
Brooks's birthday gift to himself then.
Birthday gift for everybody.
It's a birthday. It's a birthday gift. So yeah, uh tack in tack in May. That'll be my
It'll be my
first
first
one.
tack. Yep, because I didn't go to the
Brooks's
Colorado one last year.
first tack, and then yeah, and then it'll be Tanner's
Nice.
second tack. He did one in Texas a couple years ago. So yeah, that'll be fun. Hopefully, I can make
Yep.
Western Hunt
It's
Fest or make
it's
something work.
May. Sorry, let me look at the calendar.
Get out that
The
way.
first one is May 9th or 10th and 11th. Which which is a weekend after tack.
Western Hunt.
And then the next one is
Yeah,
June
tack.
6th and 7th, or 7th and 8th, sorry. And then the last one is the last weekend of July, which is the 26th and 27th. That's an American Bowman in Bailey here, which is also a really cool spot. So if you can't get out here for the NRA, then definitely American Bowman. For a really cool place. So
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, so that's our plans of maybe some content coming your guys' way, maybe some video content, but yeah, other than that, we don't really
oh,
have much else planned. You never know
I will
what else
be
could
it for anyone listening. I will be at
manifest
Western Hunt
itself.
Expo
Uh-oh.
at out in Salt Lake that weekend. I'm going to be at the Caribou Gear booth, so come say hello. That is
What
let me double check.
what weekend is that?
Western Hunt Expo. It's the granddaddy
Western Hunt
of
Expo,
hunting expos here out in the West,
the granddaddy.
which is I'm looking it up right now. February 13th to 16th. So my buddy, go ahead.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I think that might be the same weekend as
maybe. Okay.
NWTF,
But my
or the
buddy
weekend
Ted
after,
owns Caribou Gear,
or the weekend
so
before.
he invited me out to go with him and help him at the booth. So I did that a couple of times last year with him. It was a lot of fun. Met a lot of cool people. So hopefully,
Yeah,
and I wasn't able to go to the Western Hunt Expo last year. So
nice.
me going this year, I'm pretty freaking pumped about it. So
Yeah. Shout out
okay,
Ted
I
Ramirez.
will.
Ask next time you talk to him, ask him if he
He
remembers
probably
me.
does.
I remember Teddy.
Yeah.
It's a
Did you play
long,
baseball
long
with him
time
too?
back, but so yeah, awesome. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I
Him
think
and I went
so.
to Garden together.
If
So
not, I just know him from baseball. But yeah, I remember that for sure. But I feel like we played together,
one way or another,
some team somewhere
baseball community
somehow.
is small here in Colorado. So
But yeah, right. Yep.
yes,
Well, Brooks, good first episode back after the new year. We'll this one will probably come out on Wednesday, the
which
second Wednesday of the new year. So
that is
um, it will
the 8th.
the 8th, hopefully, should be edited and everything come
Mm.
the 8th. The other one will be up on the 6th. That's also with Brooks and I that we recorded pre-Christmas. So kind of a
Yeesh.
while back there, but shouldn't matter too much. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, be tuned in for a couple
Mm.
episodes a week for hopefully just about every week of the year. And then if not, possibly three, depending on what Brooks and I record
Uh,
and what else I have on the side that Brooks will find out here in a little bit. But yeah, so we'll try to get at least two a week and sometimes three for all of 2025. If not, maybe you get stuck with
we're
one
gonna
a week.
try to
But
keep with the
sorry about it.
double, maybe triple. So
Yeah, I think it's fun and we can mix it up and do all sorts of fun stuff. Maybe we shorten up some of the episodes because hunting season's coming to a close, but you never know what new
exactly.
innovations come out, technologies, things that we can talk about. So, anyways, that's that'll wrap it up for this episode. Thanks for listening. And yeah, well, Brooks, how about this? Throw down or not throw down, throw out
So
your
it is
Instagram
at
handle.
underscore Brooks Benson. Follow. Um, give me a follow. I'm slowly
Yeah,
gonna get
give
the
Brooks a
hunting
follow.
content back up on my page. I gotta talk to my lawyers and everything, make sure I'm okay, actually okay doing that. Um, so with the whole litigation and everything going on with my case, so because I've been kind of absent on Instagram, mostly because of that.
Yeah,
I don't really want to post anything that could screw me out of anything even moving forward. Not like going to jail, but
right.
like
Yeah, for
my
sure.
whole accident. So
Yeah, so
right, yep,
lose out on some
exactly.
money or
So
whatever because you said or did something stupid. Yeah, you don't want that.
see,
So give Brooks a follow on Instagram. Uh, give Full Fletch Archery a follow. It's at underscore Full Fletch Archery on Instagram. All one word. Obviously, it's a handle. You can follow me on Instagram, me personally, at Justin T. Mulvaney on Instagram. And yeah, follow us on YouTube, subscribe, follow on Spotify, like, comment, do all those good things. Share it with your friends, share it with your family. Anybody you think might want to listen to it. So
heck yeah.
we'll try to get us
Well,
growing a little bit here
one
in
more thing. One more
2025.
thing. What should
All
be
right. Well,
the
thanks.
one
Oh, one more thing.
um resolution for the podcast as a whole by the end of the year? Like a goal, yeah. What's the one goal?
Like a goal, like a average, let's say have an average viewer slash listener count per
Sound good to me?
episode above 50. Yeah, like by December, I would say
Cool.
having an average
All
viewer
right.
slash listener count
Cool.
above
We got
50.
some work to do.
Right now we're in like the teens. So got some work. It'll be fun. So all right.
See
Well,
you guys.
everybody, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya.